post 9/11 era, certain risks are unacceptable. The United States made our position clear. We could not accept the grave danger of Saddam Hussein and his terrorist allies turning weapons of mass destruction against us or our friends and allies.
The first thing we have to do is recognize we've got a hell of a problem, and it's not just in Iraq. I need an administration to recognize the fact that we've got this huge problem, quit peddling the notion that they got core al-Qaeda and therefore there's no problem out there.
I believe it is critical that we continue to remind ourselves why this nation took action and why Iraq is the central front in the war on terror and why we have a duty to persevere.
I think the Iraqis will, in fact, be somebody we can work with on a regular basis, that they will have a rudimentary democracy, if you will, and I think it'll be a success. This has been an enormous achievement from the standpoint of peace and stability in the Middle East and ending a threat to the United States. I believe very deeply in the proposition that what we did in Iraq was the right thing to do. It was hard to do. It took a long time. There were significant costs involved. But we got rid of one of the worst dictators of the 20th century. We took down his government, a man who produced and used weapons of mass destruction.
A new Wall Street Journal poll shows that 71% of the American people to Iraq was not worth it. Now, you've been out there very forcefully in the last few weeks talking about what you think is a mistake by President Obama in Iraq. How do you respond to the vast majority of the American public who disagrees with you and frankly looks at some of the decisions made after the decision to go into Iraq, looks at those decisions and thinks, Vice President Cheney's not the guy who should be giving advice on Iraq?
No, listen, we made good decisions.
Our magazine reported that Richard Pearl and Ken Edelman, two of the strongest early supporters of the war, say that now they would not have supported the invasion if they knew how incompetent the administration would be in handling it. Listen to Ken Edelman. He called your administration among the most incompetent administrations in the post-war era. Individually, each team member had serious flaws. Together, they were deadly dysfunctional.
Well, I haven't seen the piece. I'm not going to comment.
What do we get out of Iraq, though? I mean, as Americans, we're all in it together. We're all in it together. It's easy to finger point. They finger pointed you and Bush, and I don't want to do that. But we spent $1 trillion on this with a lot of pain and suffering on the American military. What did we get out of it?
Well,
beside Saddam being out of there,
yeah.
What?
But what
do we get out of Iraq for all that blood and treasure? What do we get out of it?
The biggest threat we face is the possibility of terrorist groups like al-Qaeda equipped with weapons of mass destruction, with nukes, bugs, or gas. That was the threat after 9/11, and when we took down Saddam Hussein, we eliminated Iraq
But they're
as
back.
a potential source of that.
Al-Qaeda in Mesopotamia is back.
That's right.